Back at Rupp Arena, the 8th-ranked Cats getting set to take on LIU-Brooklyn is the final game of this Barclays Classic round robin. Here's a look at the starting lineups. We've talked about Kentucky, and they go the same way that they have gone throughout the season. Brickman, Olasaware, Julian Boyd, the 3 key figures to keep an eye on for LIU-Brooklyn, looking for its first win. Time now to take a look at our UK healthcare injury report. Only injury to really report is still the Ryan Harrow situation. They think they've gotten him better after the illness. He had to go home and take care of a family situation is what it's being called. They expect him back tomorrow night. And that's the UK injury report brought to you by UK Healthcare.
Did you shop today?
No, sir.
You didn't?
No,
Black Friday, you're supposed to be out there.
Right here, getting ready.
I know you ate turkey yesterday. I know that.
Coach Cal talked about the mental focus as well, and I bought into that right from the get-go.
Dave, I indicated in our show, our pregame show here, is the fact that in watching this first 4 or 5 minutes, I think will give us some indication of what Kentucky's going to be like tonight. I'm sure, and I know that in watching them practice today, they went through their offense meticulously. I mean, they were going through it over and over and over again. Be interesting to see how they do with their rebounding, which I think has been an Achilles heel for them so far.
Mike Nance, our lead official, who will throw it up. Ron Groover, Dedrick Taylor working with him. Kentucky in the home white. LIU-Brooklyn in the road black. And the Blackbirds control the opening tip, and we are underway.
Cats in the man-to-man defense. I thought they're going to experiment with a little zone tonight, maybe.
They go immediately inside to test Noel, and no surprise, another block at about the elbow.
Julian Boyd hasn't seen anything like that in the Northeast Conference. Look at Noel. Nice handling of the ball.
Pretty curl by Mays.
You know, that's what I was talking about with Noel. He really does a nice job of handing the ball, passing the ball, and he'll develop that skill even more.
Nice crossover move by Olasaware, and it was Noel again that altered the shot.
A block and an alter already.
Poythress with a tough catch, and he can't get it to go. LIU will push the tempo in a big way, and they draw the contact. Garner will go to the free throw line.
Let's go back and look at Nerlens Noel once again, starting this game off. He rejects that shot thrown up there by Julian Bond, and he comes right back. Julian Boyd, then comes right back and makes a nice pass, nice handoff, and then an easy one for Julius Mays.
People talk about who's going to be the leader on this team, and early on, when John Calipari says they need not only effort but execution, it's Nerlens Noel that does it, not with some cheer or clapping of the hands, but 2 pinpoint plays at each end of the court. Garner knocks down both free throws. LIU-Brooklyn is a team that will get to the free throw line a bunch. They were ranked second in all of Division I last year in scoring.
Nice pass. Good block.
Olasaware from the backside.
He got Noel.
Let's see if the Blackbirds can convert it.
Noel right back with a block.
And I think Noel got the block cleanly. We saw this a number of times the other night. They got Wiltjer for the foul down low.
Watch this. How about that block? Olasaware getting inside and getting the big fella. Calipari has that perplexed look on his face.
Julian Boyd, part of a trio of outstanding players on this LIU-Brooklyn team from the state of Texas. Boyd from William Howard Taft High School in San Antonio, averaging 18 points and 7 rebounds a game. He was a finalist last year for the Lou Henson Mid-Major Player of the Year.
I shudder to use this cliche, but they have a pipeline out of Texas.
Yes, sir. We'll talk about how that came to be. Wiltjer with the lob.
Well, they worked on that today in practice, too. Wiltjer delivering an on-time, right at the basket pass.
John Calipari told his team, if they run away from you, go straight to the rim. him, and Noel gets another one. His second. Nice feed inside. Nerlens Noel is putting on a show at both ends.
LIU very patient with the basketball. They will launch some threes, though.
They're also a very experienced team, Larry. They've won 2 straight NEC conference championships. No team has ever won 3 in a row. And right there's what you were talking about. Olasaware just got a sliver and made it count for the first 3 of the night. Check that. They say he was on the line. And Noel with another slam. And Jack Perry has seen enough of this lobbing and dunking. Timeout, LIU.
Kentucky fans haven't seen enough of it. Good lob, Wiltjer inside. Boy, he laid that one right on the right side of the rim. A perfect grab for Noel. Look at those hands. I talked about his ability to receive it. He's very, very good at catching the ball and finishing it off. And getting better at it. Reminiscent of a guy they had around here last year by the name of Davis.
Got the assist there. And just to clarify, the scoreboard here at Rupp was a little late in catching up with all of this action. They say that Olasaware's shot was in fact a 3. And then Noel answers at the other end. So the 8-7 score you see is correct. And you see that number. That is going to go up big time with the way we have started tonight. LIU-Brooklyn gone to the NCAA tournament the last couple of years. They've played in big venues like this. Yeah, they're not going to be rattled. That was C.J. Garner, the transfer from South Alabama.
Said he's very competitive and really good in the open court. Pretty good in the half court, too.
Goodwin with a 3, and he hits his first shot of the night.
Dave, how big a weapon is that for Kentucky to have a guy like that? That can go out and shoot that 3 the way he does and put it on the deck the way he does.
Kentucky 5 of 7 from the field to start things, and the Blackbirds continue to answer. Boyd knocks in the jumper. Mays had that one blocked away. It was Boyd who got it. Nice pass back. And an even better finish.
How about Olasaware giving the ball right back to his teammate Julian Boyd? That was a nice handle of the break. Take advantage of your opportunities. Don't wait for the defense to catch up to you.
Noel with a quick pass, and now he wants to go to work on the low block.
Got 1-4 set right there.
Goodwin with a step.
Just finds a way to score, doesn't he?
And look at the other end. LIU thought that they could get some looks like this. They talked about that very thing at shoot-around, and even though they're sitting on the media timeout at the next dead ball, John Calipari wants to take a timeout, Larry, and straighten this out and fast.
And he's upset with his club for not getting back in defensive transition. But I'm going to tell you what, that was a terrific pass by Jason Brickman, little point guard. How good was he? Last year, he was 5th in the nation in assists. He just got one right there. A terrific pass over that Kentucky retreating defense that didn't retreat quickly enough.
And Larry, that's not just something you can do just because you want to. This is something you got to work on every day in practice.
Exactly. Watch Brickman. Nice lob pass forward. Good catch by Julian Boyd.
And earlier, Garner getting things going with a crossover.
Goes down the inside. Look at that maneuver around the basket and using the glass. Fully aware that shot has a chance to be blocked. He took it to the other side. When you got 4 seniors in your starting lineup,
oh yeah,
that's what you can do.
This team, Larry, has won 52 games over the last 2 years as LIU-Brooklyn. Only 21 D1 teams, including Kentucky, have won that many in that 2-year period. Poythress with a post up. Boy, did a great job of getting position and then finished. Nice tempo to this game early. Jared Polson, who just checked in at the dead ball, got caught on a screen. Cauley-Stein, number 15, in there as well. He just shoved Goodwin to the ground, trying to fight through the screen. Nice cross-court look from Noel. And let's see who the whistle's on. It looked like Cauley-Stein got shoved in the back. We'll sort it out as John Calipari tries to sort out this LIU-Brooklyn break. The Cats and Blackbirds all even. Goodwin here in Rupp Arena. 5 ties and 7 lead changes, and we've just gotten to the first media timeout. Is Kentucky and LIU-Brooklyn all even at 15 apiece. Cauley-Stein at the line for the first time.
You know what's really ironic is the fact that these two clubs have played 3 common opponents already, and we're not even into December. I mean, they've played Maryland, Morehead State, and Lafayette, both teams.
It's the whole round-robin format in that Barclays Invitational. And that's the reason that coaches get into events like this. 4 games for the price of 1 against the maximum schedule number. Blackbirds kick it back out. Garner again. And there's another block. I believe Cauley-Stein got that one.
He did indeed. Kentucky's going to make it very difficult on a much smaller LIU team. They bring that ball inside. There's a good chance it's going to be thrown back just like that.
Troy Joseph, 6'6", 200-pound redshirt sophomore from Ajax, Ontario, into the lineup for the first time tonight.
How about Brickman doing the same thing from the opposite side? LIU in a 2-3 zone. See how Kentucky handles this coming out of this media timeout. They got Noel up on the high post. He's on the circle now.
There's Polson. And now LIU looks like they might be changing up defenses a little bit, Larry.
Yeah, they're going to stay in that 2-3 zone. They came out of that media timeout and stayed with nice pass. Going to have a player control foul.
They say that Polson got caught in midair. And then he committed the charge. And John Calipari up off the Kentucky bench, not happy with either something that Julius Mays or Archie Goodwin did or did not do.
I think John's voice really takes a beating in November and December. Seems like every year. And it kind of gets a little bit better in January, February, and March.
Wow. Olasaware took it right at Noel. And in the NBA vein of things, they call Olasaware for the mid-air push-off.
You know what? I think this call ought to be made in college basketball. I really do. I mean, the NBA guys do it all the time. They stop. I mean, they don't throw that open arm out there and push a guy off. In college, you're allowed to do it for the most part. Rare to see that call made right there.
I don't know if we'll get a look at it, but Brian Woodrum, our producer, you know, he's an offensive guy. He said Noel had him hooked the whole way up. Wiltjer pulls down the cross-court pass.
Man-to-man defense. Blackbirds have gone back.
And they are not afraid to extend it. This was the kind of pressure that Kentucky had difficulty with against Morehead State. Nice step through. Polson lost it twice.
Let's go back and take a look at if, in fact, our producer is right. He's got his right arm on his shoulder.
That may have been a touch or a nudge. I don't know about a hook. It's not incontrovertible evidence if we went to the replay booth.
Both clubs now with 3 team fouls.
Speaking of John Calipari's voice, you may have been able to hear it from the other side of the court as he was unhappy about somebody's execution of the out-of-bounds play and said, next time, you're coming to the bench.
Poythress just reached down and pulled that one up from about 6 sets of legs.
Pulled it right out of the scrum and muscled it home, and I think the Kentucky players have now gotten the point that they need to get back as soon as they score, because LIU's coming the other way.
What a gorgeous pass. Julian Boyd dropped that ball right into Alasaware's hands. Boy, do these two guys work well together?
Goodwin with a tough runner. Noel over at the scorer's table. Oh my goodness, and Garner gets it to go. And this is not going to be a pleasant trip for Willie Cauley-Stein over to the Kentucky bench at some point.
C.J. Gardner out of Silver Spring, Maryland, the transfer from South Alabama. One of those seniors, very competitive two-guard. Really plays out there, I think, mainly because of his defensive work. But tonight so far, he has shown me some pretty good handle on that ball and able to get it to the rim.
Absolutely. Khalil Murphy, 6'8", 235, redshirt sophomore from Willingboro, New Jersey. Wearing number 34, is just checked in for LIU. Noel back for the Cats. Kyle Wiltjer goes to the bench. So Kentucky now going with the two bigs as LIU has taken its largest lead at 5. Kentucky has led, but never by more than 2.
Change in defenses again by LIU. Back into that 2-3.
Mays for 3.
He's made a couple of big threes. What got him on that bench over there was not retreating quickly enough on that run out by LIU.
So Kentucky with Goodwin, Poythress, Cauley-Stein, Mays, and Noel. Long 3 is up, and that one never left the bottom either. Brandon Thompson. He had 3 threes versus Maryland. He's averaging 7.3 a game, and that one was pure.
Nice job by Poythress. Took a little bit of a body blow that time from Julian Boyd. No harm, no foul, an easy basket inside. Kentucky penetrated that time, got inside that zone defense that the Blackbirds showed.
Poythress 4 of 6. He leads all scorers right now with 8. Joseph with 7 leading the way for LIU. That 3 won't fall from Thompson, and a nice hustle by Cauley-Stein as he went flying into the cheerleaders. Goodwin will go to the free throw line via another great crossover. But how about a battle of the threes? Mays for the Cats, who are 2 of 2 from outside. And then Thompson, the Blackbirds, 2 of 3. Football analyst who was able to put up a number of points in his day, Tom.
Dave, thank you. Look who I found sitting behind the Kentucky bench. It is Tim Couch, the former quarterback for the Kentucky Wildcats. Tim, first I want to get your impressions of this year's team. So many different faces that we're seeing, but we're starting to see how talented this young team really is.
Right, a lot of different faces, but like you said, so much talent, and you see them getting better each week, and I think that's the key when you have young guys out here is you want to see improvement from week to week, and certainly we're seeing that.
In your estimation, give us a handle on the excitement and the emotion that is involved in Kentucky basketball and the pressure that these guys feel to try to continue that tradition and defend that national championship as well.
Well, there's always a lot to live up to here at Kentucky. You know, the bar's been set so high by the guys that played here before them, and so these young guys feel the pressure, but I think that's why that they chose to come to Kentucky. You know, when you sign up to play ball here, you know the expectations, you know what's expected of you as a player and where you're supposed to live up to, and that's why these guys are here, because they want to play for the best, they want to be the best, and that's why you see so much talent come throughout this program.
Yeah, and lastly, reflect on your time spent here in Lexington and what a great time it was. Took the Wildcats to a bowl game as well against Penn State.
We did. We had a great time. We had a great run. Coach Mummy and Mike Leach were here as my coaches, and we had a good run, and we ended it with a bowl game in '99 against Penn State, and it was a fun time, and I look back on it as one of the best times in my career, and certainly special for me being from Kentucky, getting a chance to play at my home state school, and getting a chance to do well here was always going to be special to me.
Tim, thank you so much for your time and enjoy the basketball game.
Thanks, Tom. Appreciate it.
All right, Dave, let's go back to you.
Thanks, Tom. Alasawaire completes the three-point play. LIU back up by 4.
A little bit of pressure now by LIU. This is something Kentucky worked on today. They spent about 20 minutes trying to understand and how to attack this LIU press. LIU right back into that 2-3 zone again.
Nice closeout prevented Mays from going up for the three. And once the Blackbirds get it, they will run it. Brickman pushed early. Now he'll set the offense. Nice crossover. Oh, what a pretty play by Boyd.
Yeah, Boyd took advantage of that because he had a smaller guy on him. Archie Goodwin was trying to keep up with him. I'll tell you one thing about him. Not only can he play inside, but he's pretty good with that ball out on the perimeter, too.
Mays couldn't get the three to go, and here comes LIU. O.J. Briggs, who just checked in. And it looked like Goodwin got a piece of it.
I was watching the reaction of Julian Boyd right there, and he says, all right, which one am I going to guard? When he started up, said, not going to guard that guy. Noel with a dunk.
Wow, and that was a late call by Mike Nance. But I think they got it right because Boyd was able to slip the screen, got it up on the glass. It was knocked away, but that was basket interference.
It's hard to believe this LIU team has 3 losses. The way they're playing right now.
Like you said, they have played in the same event as Kentucky. They started off, they lost to Morehead State 74-77. Then they lost to Lafayette 98-94. They lost to Maryland 91-74. But they believe that the Maryland game might have been their best effort. Wildcats turn it over.
How about the shooting by these two teams?
Kentucky 64% and LIU now 63%. Look at that crossover. What a kick.
Poythress with a good, strong rebound. Boy, how about Goodwin? Huh?
We talked on the pregame about his ability to finish. There's a back tap. Goodwin with control. What a great hustle play. Bucket to Noel. Credit Goodwin. Kentucky trying to put another run together, and they give up an offensive rebound. Brickman. What a tough move by a guy who's listed at 6'0" and may have to stand on his tiptoes to get there.
How about Brickman and Garner? I mean, breaking down Kentucky's defense. I mean, they're simply taking the ball one-on-one, very little help, no screens, and just piercing this Kentucky defense.
Wiltjer down the center of the lane.
Wiltjer doing the same thing to LIU.
What a feed by Brickman again. But there's the block. It was Goodwin from the backside, and he finds Poythress.
Kentucky on the run out. He caught the Blackbirds flapping their wings too long.
Nice give and go. Noel got the block, but Brickman, the smallest guy on the court, gets the rebound and the stick back.
Oh, Noel with a beauty with the left hand.
And a 30-second timeout taken by LIU-Brooklyn. Eight ties, 7 lead changes. The Cats have battled back to equal it in large part thanks to Archie Goodwin, Larry.
Goodwin with a nice maneuver right there with that reverse over his head layup. Watch this. Almost on the floor, does go to the floor and slaps it forward, and an easy dunk down inside. Noel with the basket. Good hustle play. And once again, watch Brickman with this pass. Lays it down inside.
Goodwin got the block.
Got it back and then laid it up forward. How about the passing tonight by Goodwin? He's got Noel one. We just showed it to you, and another one for Poythress.
Check out this line, Larry. Goodwin is 3 of 4 from the field. He's hit his only 3. Made both free throws. He's got 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 9 points, and at least that 1 block.
Is that all?
So far, so good. 1 steal.
Oh, okay. Now it sounds better.
Boyd with a nice fake.
Boy, was that a pretty ball fake? That was a senior showing a freshman, here's what I can do. Good fake, and Noel just bit.
And despite all that, LIU, a team that was 25-9 last year. Remember, they were 2nd in the country last year, averaging 81.4 a game. They have not shown a bit of hesitation or just an ounce of nervousness being here in front of this packed house. John Hood into the basketball game for Kentucky as the Wildcats have gone 3 guards, but it's Mays to one of the 2 bigs for the slam.
Interesting lineup out there. Hood and Mays and Polson combined with the 2 big guys for Kentucky. A lot of assists for Kentucky tonight. They've got a number on almost every basket they've had.
13 assists for Kentucky, 17 field goals. Good call. Polson with a steal. And the walk-on from Nicholasville converts and brings this crowd to its feet. They love the walk-on, and they love the big man. The Cats have battled back to lead by 2. Lines with us tonight. Brian Woodrum is our producer. John Tackett, our director. Hope you're enjoying your Thanksgiving weekend as Kentucky has battled back from 6 down to take their first lead since it was 11-9 at the 16:45 mark against not only a spirited LIU-Brooklyn team, Larry Conley, but one that has executed awful well.
Particularly their guards. Good play from Julian Boyd, who has been outstanding. Jamal Olasaware also has played well. But I'm going to tell you, Garner and Brickman, in my estimation, have been the 2 guys that have really carried LIU. Kentucky's getting a good distribution of points on their end of it. Good spread.
And at this time of year, the longer a team like LIU-Brooklyn can hang around, the more dangerous they become. Olsen missed the free throw. And Kentucky has only hit 2 of 5 from the line tonight. Three-pointer up and in. Troy Joseph.
You know, I'll tell you something, Dave. As much as this game has been up and down tonight, it's a surprise that was only the 16th foul for Brooklyn. Kentucky only has 5. Oh, Polson was wide open and went right underneath the basket.
And now here come the Blackbirds.
Good defensive job that time by John Hood. He got back as Boyd was trying to grab it. He was going to lay it up, and Hood kind of got in between him and the ball.
Olsen now in there running the show as Kentucky continues to go 3 guards. This time it's Hood, Polson, and that man Goodwin. Nice step back. Cauley-Stein with an offensive rebound. Goodwin got one but had it blocked. And now LIU with numbers. Hood got a hand on it. It was going in anyway.
He called basket interference. That was not a foul.
Right. Ball was still going in anyway. Kentucky substitutions now. Alex Poythress checks in to replace Nerlens Noel. You see John Hood go out as Julius Mays came in. So Kentucky going with 3 guards now. Polson, Mays, Goodwin, along with Poythress and Willie Cauley-Stein in the middle. Cauley-Stein, for some reason, tried to go inside to Mays. And that's what John Calipari's telling him. If he gets it, what can he do with it? The learning curve sometimes is a large one. Boy, really good basketball game here on this Friday night of Thanksgiving weekend. LIU-Brooklyn leading Kentucky by 3. At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll select a Kentucky Farm Bureau Defensive Play of the Game nominee. You know what? That's a good one right there. Dave Baker and Larry Conley. We've seen a lot of great defense here so far, partner.
We have, but we've seen more offense. Both clubs going up and down the floor. Shooting very well. Kentucky at 64%. LIU at 61%. And everybody doing a little bit of everything. LIU getting pretty good point distribution, but Kentucky even more.
Wildcat basketball means so much to so many. A couple of folks we want to say hey to: George Brady over in Louisville, and Hector Martinez. His son Chris helps us out with a lot of things. He's watching up in Willamette, Illinois. Both of them a little under the weather, and we send out our thoughts and prayers to you, and hope you're enjoying a good one on this holiday weekend. Poythress fouled as he went to the basket. And on Wednesday night, when Mr. Macy was here, Larry was still finishing up the world's toughest basketball assignment down at the Paradise Jam in the Virgin Islands, for crying out loud. but this is a much different feel to that game. LIU-Brooklyn 6 of 6 from the free throw line. Kentucky only 2 of 5. And the Cats the other night went to the free throw line a whopping 41 times. There were a total of 44 fouls called in that game Wednesday night, as Poythress is able to hit.
Really slows the game down, too. I mean, you know, I'm not taking anything away from the officials. If there are fouls there, you got to make the call.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to make the call. And most of the time, 99% of the time, these guys are right. Sometimes you just get that kind of over-exuberance. Everybody out there reaching and grabbing. Tonight it's a different story. I mean, a very clean basketball game. Very few fouls, in fact. At least for the style of play we've witnessed so far.
Kentucky has only committed 5. LIU-Brooklyn 7, as you see. There's another steal, and Goodwin leads the break. Mays lost it, but look at Poythress with the hustle and the follow. And that's the kind of play that John Calipari loves. Now he wants his team to extend the defense. Tenth lead change of the night. Inside, Poythress commits the foul as Murphy got position again.
The foul is on Poythress. That's his first of the team 6.
Murphy with a good job inside. And again, let's take a look at the game summary right now. Kentucky up by 1. How about LIU? Julian Boyd with 14 points already, 6 of 7 field goals, 13 assists on 18 made field goals for the Cats.
Larry, we have had 10 lead changes and 9 ties in this one. And now you can, whoa, thought that one was down and out. If Murphy can make this one, it'll be the 10th tie of the night.
It's only the second free throw he shot all year.
Saying he's a little rusty or what?
Yeah, say he hadn't been there a lot.
Troy Joseph checks back in. And he can't get it to go. Poythress, look at that strong move. Boy, I'm telling you, he's got, I think he makes really good decisions, Larry, and he is so strong. He's almost unstoppable when he gets it inside.
Well, the one thing, and I will agree and disagree somewhat with you, there are times when I think he makes bad decisions, but that was a good one there. When you've got a body like he's got, you got to put it in play, and his skills allow him to put it on the floor and get across that lane like that. You know, even if he gets fouled, if it's just an arm foul, that's not going to stop him. You got to really put a body on him before you're going to keep him out of that lane.
There you see E.J. Reed checking into the game, another part of that Texas connection. 6'5", 190-pound freshman from Mesquite, Texas. He was the 5A most valuable player of the year as a senior in the state of Texas. Nice dump down inside. Boyd went up and over but couldn't get the conversion.
Good idea by Cauley-Stein to pull that ball out and just hold it until the other players get set.
Oh, look at a step through by Goodwin. LIU-Brooklyn under first-year coach Jack Perry, longtime assistant at LIU before going out as a head coach on his own. The 13th head coach in LIU-Brooklyn history. Really done a nice job of trying to expand the brand. They used to be known as Long Island University. Their campus is only about 4 blocks from the Barclays Center. They've got a great deal worked out with them, not only for athletics, but academics.
If I gave you a trivia question and said there are 2 schools in the history of college basketball whose coaches these respective schools that have the best winning percentage in the history of the game, could you name them?
No.
Adolph Rupp.
Yes.
And Claire B.
Ah.
Claire was number 1. Coach Rupp was number 2.
2 teams have met 4 times. The first time was back in the 30s when Claire B was coaching. The last time was 46-47 or 47-48. Kentucky now with its biggest lead of the night at 4. Pull up won't go. Noel had the rebound knocked away.
You know, there's something I want to talk about just for a second, Dave. He's got to be stronger with the ball.
Okay.
All right. You know, he's not a strong physical player yet. He will be at some point. But he's 6'10", he's 228, and through his chest and his arms, you got to be able to take that shock, that bump, that drive that people are going to give you to knock the ball loose. You got to be what we call ball strong. Nice move inside by Goodwin.
Archie Goodwin's a guy that's ball strong.
Absolutely. He's ball strong. You cannot get it away from him.
Alex Poythress is in that category as well. Nice defense by Goodwin. Polson ahead to Mays.
How about that pass by Polson? Tough play for Mays to catch it over his shoulder and lay it up without dribbling. Nicely done by both players.
I'm telling you, Larry, you've been, you were so much a part of the success of this program for so many years. There are so many stories of guys that have made contributions to the great history of Kentucky basketball. But Jared Polson, a walk-on from just outside of Lexington in Nicholasville, Kentucky, what he's done against Maryland, the fact that Ryan Harrow's not here, and the contributions he's able to make now to a team that's defending national champs, I think it just really needs stuff.
What a nice catch. Well, right over the shoulder. I couldn't agree more. That was a terrific play right there. And you know what? He's going to get more time. I mean, as this year goes along, this young man is going to get more and more minutes, particularly if Ryan Harrow is not able to come back and play.
For those of you that have not seen it, all you have to do is do the whole Google thing. But his parents did not go to Brooklyn when Kentucky played Maryland. And there are some unbelievable pictures that people put up on Facebook and stuff of his mom and dad on their hands and knees when he made all those big buckets late in that game. It's just a great story.
Endemic of things that happen in Kentucky with basketball.
LIU trying to stop a 7-0 Kentucky run. Nice defense by Noel. And they say the foul was committed in the corner. They say Poythress is guilty of the reach.
I'm going to tell you, Brickman and Gardner are pests. I mean, somehow or another, they find ways to score. They're always around the basketball. They're always defending. His hands are always moving. They seem to be making the best pass available to the time they get the ball.
Wiltjer checking back in. So does E.J. Reed. Kevin Kidd keeps me straight in the last 2:03. Kentucky now on an 11-0 run. And Garner, the 5'10 senior, misses the front end, but there's an offensive rebound. Block. I think Goodwin got another one. There you see the run that Kentucky's trying to extend. Wow.
Noel with a line drive off the backboard into the net.
That was not the most graceful of jump hooks, but it was highly effective. Noel almost got a steal. And LIU cannot get one to go down now.
They can hold it for the last shot if they want. Looks like they will.
So Kentucky is going to end this half on a big run. It currently stands at 13-0. Can they make it 15 or 16? Here's Goodwin.
He blew right by that guard, C.J. Garner.
Brickman with the step back. Reed can't get it to go. LIU-Brooklyn coming in here and executing well, playing with a lot of heart, but it's Kentucky with the last 15 of the first half to lead by a dozen. Here's Tom Wormy and John Calipari.
Well, Coach, very competitive first half, but a great run to end the first half for your evaluation of these first 20 minutes.
Playing no defense. They're shooting 60%. We're not talking, which is what I can't get them to do. Everything's a shortcut. What you want to do if you want to stop playing, for all you players out there, hit the screen and then just stop. That's how you can just say, I got screen. It's called dying in the screen. We've done that about 10 times. We're not getting physical. We're not bodying up near the rim. How much time do we have to tell you how we're breaking down?
And you worked on that very thing over and I saw you do it today in shoot around.
When you have all freshmen, that's the stuff that happens. So hopefully we'll get it this half.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. Halftime lead of 55-43. Buzz, back to you.
Who else but John Calipari would look into the camera and talk about dying in the screen?
We're going to get a coach's clinic there.
Unbelievable. Cats up by a dozen at the break. Our halftime activities when we come right back. They've got rough rocking right now as the Cats have pulled out to a 12-point lead over LIU-Brooklyn. Larry, here's a look at the first half stats.
How about Kentucky? It's 70% on their field goal percentage. You know what was impressive to me is the fact that they had 15 assists on those 23 field goals they had. 6 blocks by Kentucky in that first half. More importantly, they only turned the ball over 3 times.
What do the Blackbirds have to do to get back in it here in the second half? For more on that, here's Tom Wormy.
Yeah, Dave, I just talked to Coach Perry, and the thing that he told me was the first 17 minutes of this game, some of the best basketball the Blackbirds have played all season. The problem was protecting the paint. I had a stat sheet in my hand. He grabbed it. He said, tell me how many points Kentucky had in the paint. Well, they had 38. And Coach immediately says, we got to protect the paint, and then those transition baskets are just killing LIU-Brooklyn. They've got to get back, got to hustle. But these guys not backing down from the Kentucky Wildcats. Dave?
Thank you, Tom. As we mentioned, Kentucky with a 15-0 run to end the first half. And here in the second half, Jared Polson getting the start as Kentucky is going 3 guards. Polson, Goodwin, Julius Mays, along with Poythress and Nerlens Noel.
LIU back in their man-to-man defense. They alternated between a zone, a 2-3 zone, and their man-to-man. A poor pass right there by Alex Poythress.
Noel couldn't handle it, and Kentucky turns it over for the 4th time. Blackbirds going with Alasa Ware. Brickman, who has the basketball. Boyd, Garner, and Brandon Thompson.
Good move right there. Almost a steal by Goodwin.
Boyd is unafraid. Tough shot. Didn't go over top of Noel. Here's Poythress. Oh, and he gets it to go. And he'll have a chance to complete the three-point play. Are you kidding me? What a move.
Watch this. Look at me. He just dropped that ball off to Poythress. He just looked behind him and saw him there and just says, here, big fella, just pick it up and take it right to the rim. That was a nice little cool play right there.
Olasaware, leading scorer for LIU, who came into this one averaging 22.3. He's got 8. And right there, he picked up his 3rd foul, as Kentucky has now extended that run to 18-0. Boyd can't get it to go.
Well, those guards are everywhere, aren't they? Nice pickup right there again by number 3, C.J. Gardner.
Foul, Poythress with the bump on Olasaware as he was going to the basket. And boy, it has been a long time since LIU-Brooklyn got its last field goal. All the way back at the 8:02 mark. Check that. At the 4-minute mark of the first half. It was Brickman who got a lay-in. And it's been nothing but bricks for the Blackbirds since.
I'll tell you one thing they do. They can shoot free throws. They led the nation in free throws made last year.
I mean, shot an unbelievable amount of free throws.
They averaged about 21 a game makes. Now you can see right there, Kentucky just kind of taking their time coming back. This LIU team is very solid when it comes to lining up in their half-court defense. Where they get beat is the size. Kentucky's size just overwhelms them.
Cauley-Stein with a tough catch in a 2.
That's what size will do for you.
So LIU breaks the 18-0 Kentucky run with a free throw. But then Cauley-Stein comes right back with a bucket. Here's Boyd. Nice transition and a spin by Cauley-Stein. He missed a wide open layup. And Noel was fouled on a rebound attempt.
Dave, we're getting a pretty good view right here of what Kentucky can do when they've got their 2 bigs in there. That time they put them on the low blocks. 1 on each side, and while Cauley did miss that move down inside, Cauley-Stein rolled it across the rim. Noel was right there to pick it up, but the foul was committed.
And Olasaware goes to the LIU bench with his 4th foul.
Nice lob inside by Goodwin. Good pass out.
He had a step. I think John Calipari wanted him to go onto the rim.
How about that block there by Julian Boyd?
And look at him run the court at the other end. A little Nerlens Noel-esque as he made the defensive play and then beat everybody back.
C.J. Gardner with a timely pass. LIU right back into that 2-3 zone.
Holson for 3.
This crowd loves him, don't they? I mean, they cheer wildly when he does something well.
Brickman fouled, going to the basket. John Calipari thought he pushed off.
Go back and take a look at C.J. Gardner delivering the pass to Julian Boyd. I'll tell you, Boyd's having a terrific game right now. What's he got, 16?
Boy, look at a block in there. All kinds of Kentucky arms. Boyd with 16, you are correct. Once again, Polson into the scorer's table.
Goodwin made a terrible pass that time. He left enough air under that ball for 8 people to get underneath of it by the time it got to Polson.
Boy, the fella just, I mean, hustles his tail off. No matter what the score, what the situation, who the opponent is, Big-time rebound by Noel.
That's what I'm talking about, being ball strong. You go up, you get it, don't get knocked around.
Goodwin was fouled. Reed commits the violation. And with each possession, Kentucky starting to assert itself a little more.
Tell you what kills LIU, they just don't have the size to compete with Kentucky. When they've got both of those big guys out there, particularly when Poythress is there.
Kentucky fans thought that foul was committed in the act of shooting, but official Mike Nance said it was on the floor, and the Wildcats inbounds underneath their own goal.
Noel wants it down inside.
Nice kick out from Goodwin.
Mays has got some kind of nice three-point shot, doesn't he? That's his second one of the night.
Mays 4 of 6 from the field. He's in double figures with 10. 2 threes. There's another block. Cauley-Stein got that one. 4 Wildcats in double figures, and here before long, Kentucky will be in double figures with blocks. You see they've got 8. Boyd fouled underneath as he got free. Noel saved an easy basket.
Julian Boyd has that wonderful knack of being able to get open, not only for passes that are coming to him, but also his individual effort. When he catches that ball down low, he's got some good moves. He's got great ball fakes. He's gotten Kentucky up in the air, several of the Kentucky players up in the air with that ball fake. He's strong to the basket, very strong. And why not? He's 6'7" and 240.
He was 11 of 20 from the field against Maryland. He had 22 points, 8 boards, and 2 blocks. As you see Noel go out, Wiltjer came in. Noel has 4 blocks for Kentucky. Goodwin is credited with 1. Cauley-Stein has got 3, a total of 8 for the Wildcats. Goodwin, tough move inside, and he got the finish.
Tell you what, he's got a great menu of shots when he's got a crowd around him. Finds a way to get the ball up. What a great pass.
What a feed from Brickman as he drew the defense and got Murphy the easy 2.
I can see why he was the number 5 guy in the nation in assists last year.
Wow.
Nice ball fake there.
Good hands. Joseph knocked it away. But the Cats have been relentless. It's taken great plays like this. LIU trying to hang around. In Lexington, number 8 Kentucky on top of LIU-Brooklyn as we take a look at the leading scorers, Larry.
Boyd, Alasso Ware, and Brickman. Brickman's had a terrific night passing the ball. Poythress, Goodwin, and Noel, all 3 in double figures. And they might not be the only 3 from Kentucky that will be in double figures before the night is over.
And, of course, coming up at the end of the game, we'll be selecting a Lexington Clinic Wildcat Player of the Game, Alex Poythress. Yeah, he's a nominee with the way he's been going. 18 points to go along with 3 boards. Got an assist. Put together 3 20-point games. Wiltjer for 3.
He's been kind of quiet tonight. He spent a lot of time on that bench.
That is only his 2nd basket, Mr. Conley. 2 for 2 from the field. He got a bucket inside, and that his first 3-point attempt. Kentucky trying to extend the defense. Goodwin, Polson, Wiltjer, Mays, and Cauley-Stein. And that's a pretty jumper on the baseline by the redshirt sophomore Troy Joseph. Cauley-Stein is fouled. Boyd thought he got it cleanly.
The foul is on Boyd. That's his 2nd in the team score. Cauley-Stein at the line for 2.
So Willie Cauley-Stein at the free throw line. He's missed his only 2 chances there tonight. And Jamal Alasaware checks back into the LIU lineup. He comes in with 4 fouls. Remember, he's their leading scorer, 22.3, 7.3 rebounds a contest. He's only gotten 6 shots tonight. He's only got 10 points, and Larry, he does not have a rebound. Willie Cauley-Stein, 2 for 2. Tom Wormy, he was working hard at the shoot-around today.
Thanks, Dave. I had a chance to talk to Willie Cauley-Stein. Asked him what they did for Thanksgiving. A lot of he and the players and the teammates went over to Cal's house for Thanksgiving. Then they went to see the movie Lincoln. I said, anything from that movie you can transfer onto the basketball court? He said, Lincoln never gave up, and that's exactly what I'm trying to do. When I got here, I felt that crazy pressure, but the guys who succeed take that pressure and turn it into a positive. He's still trying, still learning, very young, but he told me I still got a uniform on, so things are going pretty good early on for Willie Cauley-Stein.
Thanks, Tom. Same deal for Archie Goodwin. And Cal got those guys together at the start of the shoot-around as Goodwin commits the foul and talked about how many times Lincoln tried and failed, how many times he was defeated, and what would our country be like today had he given up?
One of the great presidents of all time. Battled through that Civil War and all that went on, all that was associated with it.
Interesting side note, Sally Field, who plays Lincoln's wife in the movie, came here to Lexington to do some research last summer at the Mary Todd Lincoln House. Interesting. Wiltjer with a block. Number 9 for the Cats. What a pretty move by Poythress. And with that bucket, Poythress gets his 4th straight 20-point game. The first for the Wildcats since 2008-2009, when Jody Meeks had 9 straight 20-point games. The Cats cruising at home. Straight 20-point games for Alex Poythress, the first Wildcat to do that since the 08-09 season, when Jody Meeks put together 9 straight 20-plus point efforts. And Kentucky now with a 25-point lead over LIU-Brooklyn. 8 of 10 from the field, 4 of 5 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds and an assist for Poythress, the freshman from Clarksville, Tennessee. Step back won't fall for Boyd.
Cauley-Stein with a nice defensive effort that time.
Wiltjer catches and shoots. And there's Cauley-Stein again. Oh, and Poythress should have let that one go. That was rolling in. Gotta like the hustle, but they say he interfered while the ball was in the cylinder. Wave off the basket.
He walked over to Goodwin. He says, hey, pal, I'm sorry. Too late.
E.J. Reed, number 33, back in for LIU-Brooklyn. Quick step. Alasaware couldn't finish. Boy, I didn't see much contact there on the part of Cauley-Stein.
Dave, there are a lot of things to like about the way Willie Cauley-Stein plays his game. I know John Calipari likes him too. I think the fact that he is so good with his feet and his hands, the rest of his game is going to continue to mature as he gets older.
Oh, yeah.
But he is really quick defensively. Handles the ball well. He catches it well. This is a guy, when he comes off of the bench, gives them a pretty good lift. When both of those big guys are out there, they're very tough to guard.
Ossower gets him to go. He's now got a dozen. Goodwin strong to the rim again. He gets a step, and he's either going to give you a basket or he's going to give you a chance to get two at the stripe.
Take a look at this. He's very quick with his feet. That nice little maneuver down to the right. Talk about his ability. He's got such a variety of shots once he gets into traffic from about 6 feet and in. I mean, it depends on where they're coming from, below, side, from the top. He seems to be able to adjust the ball and also find a way to get the ball up on the glass or over the rim. He's got just an incredible variety of shots.
I'm going to go a little Greg Maddux on you.
Ooh, Greg Maddux.
He really changes speeds, you know, in terms of creating space for himself. He might hesitate, might throw that leg up. Just does it in a lot of different ways. Ossower can't get it to go as Cauley-Stein looked like he got a piece. Goodwin, Wiltjer, Mays, Cauley-Stein, and Poythress in there for Kentucky. Here's Goodwin on the post-up.
Checking in for LIU-Brooklyn is number 15, Jason Brickman.
Lead like this allows John Calipari a chance to maybe look at some special sets, and that's something we've not seen Archie Goodwin do this year, is to work off the post-up.
Just watching Coach Cal over there, he was telling Archie Goodwin, he said, look, you don't have to dribble it down there. Just hold on to it. If the defense is around you, kick the ball back out.
Boyd works against Wiltjer. And Cauley-Stein got him from the back. Nope, they say Wiltjer guilty of the foul.
The foul is on Wiltjer. That's the we have a timeout on the floor.
Media timeout here in Lexington. John Calipari wondering what's happened, even though his team comfortably in front. (78-54). The 8th-ranked Kentucky Wildcats in control against LIU-Brooklyn. Let's check in now with Tom Wormy. Tom?
Well, Dave, we've seen the talents of Alex Poythress, but maybe it wasn't always that way in Tennessee. His sister, twin sister, Alexis, used to beat him on a regular basis in races and one-on-one. Poythress didn't make the 6th grade team, rolled the bench as a freshman, but wow, did he blossom as the player of the year in Tennessee. And not only can he play basketball, he is a mathematics whiz. And I talked to him at a recent shoot-around, and I said, Alex, when you look at the basketball court, do you see spatial relationships and mathematic problems and calculus and algebra? He says, no. The thing I need to do is simplify. I don't need to make it more complex. I need to simplify. And slowly but surely, with the guidance of Coach Calipari, you can see him doing that and taking the information, processing it, and it showed in his point production so far this season, guys.
Wormy spent too much time on Google, I believe. Spatial relationship. Are you kidding me?
It's an interesting note, though, the fact that he has such a love affair with math. I mean, it really is.
Good thing, too, because if he continues to develop, he'll need to focus on things like tax deductions and
yeah, right.
annuities.
Right now, the math he's worried about is only that scoring, and he's got 20 so far tonight. Good slip of the screen by Cauley-Stein. Couldn't go anywhere. LIU recovered quickly.
Nice spin.
Now, there were two things that happened there, Dave. One was the first time the ball went to the post, he was going to make a move, and he couldn't get around. The defense started to collapse on him. He kicked it right back out. Didn't fool with it. Then the second time he gets it, he realizes he's open. Now I can take this defense. Nice spin move to the baseline, and up and under, and off of the glass. Nicely done. That's good patience on the part of the freshman.
Can't complete the three-point play.
Double high ball screen on either side of the free throw lane.
Boy, Boyd has had some good-looking shots after his start, but just has not been able to get many to go down. Wiltjer, nice feed.
Well, Mays is lighting it up tonight, isn't he? From beyond that three-point stripe. Nice pass by Wiltjer.
Mays 3 of 4 from outside the arc.
Basket by Olasaware.
And Olasaware answers at the other end. Mays is 5 of 7 from the field, Larry. He's got 13 points. He's got 5 assists. He had 10 assists against the end. And that was a moon ball on a set play delivered by Wiltjer. And Cauley-Stein went way up to finish.
How about the assist Wiltjer's delivered the last couple of times? Nice shot again. Olasaware starting to pick it up again.
Olasaware with 17. Boyd has 18, but he's only shooting 7 of 16. Oh, he looked at it again. That time Boyd was there with the defense. Wiltjer had it knocked away. My goodness, what an assist from Wiltjer to Willie Cauley-Stein.
Toss it up in the air. Just throw it up there. Somewhere in that neighborhood, there'll be a set of Kentucky hands.
Look how high that was above the square, Larry.
Great catch. Just a great catch. Give Wiltjer credit for the pass, too. Put it right on the money.
Tell you, I think with this lead now, John Calipari has given Kyle Wiltjer and Willie Cauley-Stein an opportunity to play some extended minutes and try to work out some of the stuff that they've been going through. And I never thought I'd say this, but, you know, we haven't seen Jared Polson in a while. And he was getting her done.
Got it done in the first half. There he is right there. Ready to jump back in there at a moment's notice.
And on cue, there he goes. Making middle schoolers all over Central Kentucky swoon. He's kind of the Justin Bieber of this place.
Julian Boyd with a nice maneuver right there off the glass. Goaltending. Once again, nice cut to the basket. And coming from behind, Archie Goodwin once again with the block, but too late. It was already up on the glass.
Well, I'm telling you, for a guard, whether it's at the offensive or defensive end, he spends a lot of time around the rim.
Cats with 10 blocks of shots tonight.
Boyd checking out, heading to the LIU bench. Polson calls the play. Big rebound inside. Olasaware got a hand on it. Here's Reed at the back end. Boy, and I'm telling you, I don't know how many times I have seen Noel go flying into camera people. Goodwin got his leg tangled at a bad angle. He's still down in the backcourt and limping on one foot. Here you see Archie Goodwin at the bottom of the screen hobbling around. And I can't imagine that they're not going to take a 30 or something to try to get him out of there. We saw Noel and Polson go flying into the photographer's row. They saved the ball to Goodwin, and it looked like his leg got caught underneath him somehow, Larry.
Well, I don't want to speculate, but the way he's limping, it looked like he's favoring that left ankle. Let's take a look right here.
There he is at the bottom of the screen. Now there's the challenge dunk, and there's Goodwin with the trail right there. And you can't see it, but he may have in fact come down on Reed's foot.
Oftentimes that results in a turned ankle. Nothing really serious unless it just really turns over quickly. But we'll see.
Trainer Chris Simmons over there working on Goodwin on the Kentucky bench.
We'll try to get a report if we can.
Here's Mays again. Wow, look at Cauley-Stein go to the floor and try to get the steal. Good help defense by the Wildcats. Simmons took a look at the ankle. Looking at the Kentucky bench, it looks like Goodwin's okay. No more treatment. He's ready to go. John Hood checking into the UK lineup as Alex Poythress comes out. Somebody got lost, and Boyd slams home his 22nd point of the night.
Nice looking player, isn't he? He's going to have a good year up there in that Northeast Conference.
Going to make some money after his collegiate days are over. It's just a question of at what level. Mays and Cauley-Stein working the right side of the floor. And that's a tough catch and a pretty finish by Willie Cauley-Stein.
Nice continuation of the offense right there. You know, Coach Cal always talks about stopping. You know, you get involved in your offense or your defense and you're stopping, and it's not the thing you want to do. How about that play right there by Hood?
That'll give the former Kentucky Mr. Basketball some more minutes. Cauley-Stein with a lead for Noel.
How about the two big guys playing a little pass and catch and shoot?
And now I think these guys are starting to get a little bit as you take a look at Hood. Cauley-Stein after that play signaled over to the Kentucky bench, me. And that's the way John Calipari likes to substitute. Wow, takedown as Boyd took Cauley-Stein to the ground. Bodies everywhere, a whistle. And the Blackbirds will go to the free throw line after this scrum is separated. Coming down to the end, Aaron Ruff. Kentucky on top of LIU 89-64. Time now to take a look at the Kentucky Farm Bureau UK defensive plays of the game. Larry Conley, how about a block party?
Most of what we've seen from Kentucky tonight has been a block party. We've got them registered with 10 blocks so far. Here are a few words to show you. This is really about the only defense that was played tonight because we've had an offensive onslaught right now by both of these clubs. More by Kentucky than Brooklyn.
That's the UK defensive plays of the game brought to you by Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment. You see the block numbers. And the two bigs combining for 9 of the 11 Kentucky blocks. Tom Wormy with more on one of Kentucky's talented freshmen, Archie Goodwin. Tom?
Yeah, well, the good news, Dave, is Goodwin is back into the ballgame. But what I witnessed from my vantage point behind the hoop here was that the training and medical staff immediately went up to Goodwin, loosened that left shoe a little bit, and then tied it up even tighter. So evidently the verbal report from Goodwin was, I'm ready to go back in. I just need to tighten up that shoe a little bit. And as evidence, he's back in the ballgame for the Kentucky Wildcats.
As soon as the game's over with, you put that thing in ice. I'm sure it doesn't swell.
I was going to say that was always the Larry Conley regimen. Tie that darn thing a little tighter and let's go.
I'm always used to having ice around me.
E.J. Reed called for the foul, his fourth. As Poythress misses, but John Hood with the offensive board. So Hood with a steal. And now an offensive rebound.
Good feed by Mays.
Here's Hood.
Nice ball movement by Kentucky that time. Noel with a good pass out to Hood, who was wide open. Just about between the top of the circle and the wing.
Awful lot of confidence that that'll build for John Hood.
Well, Noel has put down some boards tonight, hasn't
he? He is getting her done. 7 rebounds for Noel, 5 assists, the 5 blocks.
Goodwin was a good pass that time. Hard catch by Noel and a good finish.
And how about 16 points to go along with all those numbers? Boy, and the Kentucky basket's coming more easy. They're getting easier by the second. Easier to score than say.
Poythress with a nice move that time. There's that double high pick again on either side of the circle. Free throw line extended.
Free move inside. C.J. Garner gets it to go.
You know, Dave, this sets up well for the two games that Kentucky's got coming up. We look at this final 4:45 to play right now. They've got two quality opponents following them with Baylor and Notre Dame. Notre Dame will be first. Be a tough game for them up there in South Bend.
And the Wildcats come back home to take on Baylor next Saturday.
I think one of the things you've got to look at the end of this November-December period before they start conference play, go back and look at the 4 games that were important as far as quality talent that they played against. One was Duke. Obviously, they're going to see Baylor, Notre Dame, and then Louisville. And see who played the best.
That's what you play an early season schedule like this for. Time now to take a look at our Lexington Clinic UK Wildcat player of the game. No surprise, Larry Conley.
It's going to be Alex Poythress. 22 points, 9 of 11 field goals. Picked up 8 rebounds to go with it. And nice catch and finish right there.
Poythress with his 4th straight 20-plus point game. 22 points, as we said. That's the first Wildcat to do that since Jody Meeks put together 9 straight 20-plus point games in the 08-09 season. He's the second freshman to put together 4 straight 20-plus point games since the Blur, Dwight Anderson in 78-79.
Well, we're going back a little ways there, huh? How about that?
And besides that, as we take a look at Garden the House, nice backcourt combo from Kentucky tonight. You'd almost have to make that a 3 Musketeer deal if you throw in Polson.
Goodwin with a great night. 20 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. Mays with 6 assists, 13 points, 5 of 8 field goals, and I think 3 of those have been threes.
You are correct, sir. 15 points for Mays, 22 for Poythress, a dozen for Cauley-Stein, 20 for Goodwin, 16 for Noel.
Goodwin pulls off another rebound and throws it up on the shot clock.
I think he was trying to throw it up there where Nerlens Noel could slam it back, and he just got caught in between. Still, though, he's got some margin for error as the Cats are in control. Plenty for these Wildcat fans to cheer about as their team is getting set to go over the century mark for the 2nd time this year. 98-68. Kentucky on top of LIU. Hood, Polson, Mays, Goodwin, and Noel. A little 4-guard lineup for Kentucky. Nice crossover. Garner got past Polson that time.
I think they're just going to get the subs in here just to take a quick timeout.
We have a timeout, Kentucky. That is a 30-second timeout.
John Calipari taking a 30, and that gives us a chance to remind you that tonight we had 6 Whitaker bank shots. That is $600. That will be donated by Whitaker Bank to the Kaywood Ledford Scholarship Fund. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky. Well, John Hood's got some signs up tonight. How about that?
Hey, Archie, we're from Arkansas.
A lot of these guys, you know, people ask about the 2 games in 2 days here. You know,
How about this? A rebound away from a double-double, a rebound and 2 assists away from a triple-double.
that would only be the second in UK history. You know who got the other one?
Chris Mills.
1988 versus Austin Peay. So Goodwin's still in there. Lassaware. And even though Kentucky up by 28, nothing free from Nerlens Noel.
Lassaware has played a lot of this game with 4 fouls, mostly in the second half, and he took a blow right there. Noel got him on the right side, shoulder to the toe.
Lassaware, 6'7", 215-pound senior from Silver Spring, Maryland. One of 2 returning all-conference players on this LIU team. Got 1 of 2.
Once again, Cauley-Stein not getting himself in trouble, just getting the ball out the time he had it slapped away from him.
I think they're really working on trying to get the ball down to him and let him get more game experience in terms of handling the basketball, making moves, feeling the defense. Kentucky on the edge of hitting the century mark for the 2nd time this season. First time the shot clock has come into play tonight. Goodwin didn't realize it. Wiltjer's shot goes over the top of the backboard. One of the few empty possessions on this evening for Kentucky.
They've done very little wrong here tonight. Only 3 turnovers in that first half, and check yet to look in the second half, but the second half they haven't had many either. In fact, what is it, 1? They've had 1 turnover in the second half.
That's a pretty good number right there.
Well, particularly the way they played. They've gone up and down. A lot of transition basketball tonight, and Kentucky is really taking very good care of the ball.
Goodwin tried to get it to Noel. And I'm really very interested to see whether or not John Calipari thought his team died in any screens here in the second half. After pointing that out to Tom Wormy at halftime.
Dave, I'm going to correct myself right here. The truck has let me know that it's actually 9 total turnovers, 6 in the second half.
That's still an awfully good number. Noel adds to his total. 18 points. Wow. Boyd went way up. So Goodwin got the assist. 20 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists for Archie.
Basket by Lassaware.
How about the shooting by Kentucky tonight? With those 100-point performance, they are shooting 68% from the field.
All was on the sideline. I doubt that the Kentucky bench is aware, and even if they were, I suspect that they would not try to set special plays for Archie Goodwin, as he is just 1 rebound and 1 assist away from what would be just the 2nd triple-double in the history of this proud program. Goodwin on the drive. He gets it to go.
Good at putting the ball on the deck. Conversation right there. Lossaware was having a conversation with Goodwin about something.
Now DJ Griggs. Zero is out there having a conversation with somebody, and he's now going over to the LIU-Brooklyn bench, and a nice job by Jack Perry saying, hey, what happened? Wiltjer with a rebound, and he was grabbed by Reed.
Mike Nance and John Calipari are in a very animated conversation over there. And they've been standing there for almost a minute.
And you've got to wonder, in a 102-73 game, how animated and why it would be this animated at this point in time. Obviously, Cal is doing some advanced work for later in the season when he might have Mike Nance again.
Well, whatever the conversation was about is now over.
Oh, and I just saw Calipari say to Archie Goodwin, I was able to read the lips, he said, not one word, keep your mouth shut. And now he brings Goodwin over to the sideline. And he gets a well-deserved round of applause from the crowd. Archie Goodwin, 22 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block.
1 minute left in the game.
Alex Poythress, a rebound away from a double-double, 22 and 9. And there he's guilty of committing the foul. So Kentucky just 55.2 seconds away from their 4th win in their first 5 games.
Third in a row after their loss to Duke down in Atlanta. And certainly this game much better, I think, than the last game they played against Morehead State.
I agree. And it's going to sound silly to say this, but LIU-Brooklyn, even though they are 0-4 now, you know, they're still the favorite to win that tournament, or to win that conference again, the NEC this year, trying to become the first school to win it 3 years in a row.
Well, they got a couple of guys out right now. Kenny Onyechi, 6'7", 230-pound senior, is out. He's got a foot injury. Of course, Booker Hucks, 6'6", 210, a senior. He's got a shoulder injury. They need both of those guys back. I was talking today to Jack Perry, the coach at Long Island. He said, look, we need both of them back just simply because it gives us depth. They're not starters, but you know, when we want to give those guys a relief that they're starters, these 2 guys are quality players and they need them.
Onyechi was the first guy off the bench. As Archie Goodwin looks on after a big night. So now the Cats with the rest of the weekend to practice. They get ready for Notre Dame on Thursday. And then back here at home next Saturday against Baylor. Shot clock is off. The Wildcats will dribble it out. Second time this year that Kentucky has eclipsed the 100-point mark. 104-75 as the 8th-ranked team in the land knocks off LIU-Brooklyn. Archie Goodwin, 22 points, 9 boards, 9 assists. Alex Poythress, 22 points and 9 rebounds. Nerlens Noel, 18 points, 8 rebounds. And you've got to constantly check his block total. 5 blocks for Noel. 11 for Kentucky as a team. Willie Cauley-Stein had 4 of those blocks. Overall, a really good effort for this Kentucky team, Larry.
It was, and it was a nice comeback after a game on Wednesday night against Morehead State where they did not perform very well. Tonight, a good win for the Cats.
28 assists for Kentucky tonight as they win it going away. Tom Werby standing by with John Calipari.
Well, Coach Cal, in your words, going into the locker room, no defense in the first half. Did you get it in the second half along with the offensive production?
I had to change personnel. We had to put Willie on #1, who was going crazy on us. We went to a smaller lineup, put Alex at 4, and Long Island forced us to do that. The good news is we can play with a bigger team or a smaller team. The issue is we're not really great at any of those units because we haven't played them that much. I wanted to see a little zone at the end just to see what we could do if we had a big lineup.
Tell me about the guy to your left here, Archie Goodwin, in the game that he was able to produce tonight.
Well, he's played well all year. He's getting better and better, trying to keep him from just make easy plays, man. Attack that rim. We got him jump stopping so he's not running people over. He's playing really well. I'm proud of him.
The word is attack. Thank you, Coach Calipari. Archie, come right in here. Congratulations on the effort tonight. That's back-to-back games for you with great production, especially with the assists and the rebounds tonight as well to go along with your 22 points.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely coming together for me and my teammates. We're getting a lot more comfortable with each other, and so that it just showed as a product tonight on the court.
You and I talked at the shoot-around today. You said the word of the mentality is attack. Attack that rim. Create the contact. Get to the free throw line. You did it against Morehead State. You did it again tonight against LIU-Brooklyn.
Oh, yeah. The way the teams have been playing us the last 2 games, they've been very aggressive on the ball. So that's been enabling me to get into the lane and open up stuff for myself and for others.
Archie, congratulations. Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
All right, that's Archie Goodwin. Dave, what a night for number 10 in Kentucky blue and white.
22 points, 9 assists, and 9 rebounds for Archie Goodwin. Larry, your thoughts on the Cats as they head in to now a couple of tough ones?
Yeah, they've got a couple of games. The big one going up to Notre Dame on Thursday next week, and then, of course, they've got Baylor back here. These will be 2 tough tests, but coming off of this game, they should be in pretty good shape to play both of them.
Partner, let's do it again soon.
All right.
Thanks to all of you for joining us here on the UKIMG Sports Network. For our producer, Brian Wood, for our director, John Tackett, for Tom Wermy, for Larry Conley, and our entire crew. I'm Dave Baker. Thanks for being with us and watching Wildcat basketball on the UKIMG Sports Network. Wildcats win 104-75. So long, everybody.